Greed. What is greed? When we hear greed, the first thing that comes to our mind when we hear those words are stealing, corruption, big stuff, and more. But what is the real meaning of greed? Well, for me, greed is greed, but how do you mean? I mean, greed is the normal term, okay, greed, but unlike some people, I think the difference is, for me, greed is also takes part of daily stuff. So we might not see it or recognize it. We might be even doing it subconsciously, but greed is in our everyday lives. Okay? Because for me, greed is having the mindset of taking all things you want, or not sharing, or as the known term, selfishness. But it's a different term though. So yeah, one of the great examples of things that portray greed is one of the story that Chaucer made. Okay, or as we know, Chaucer Tales. If you have read that, and you might know what I'm talking about. And I will not go into detail, but yeah. So one of his stories greatly presents how greed works. So, and I will say that I'm guilty also of the story, or I mean, I am also guilty of being greedy many times though. But actually, well, it's normal though, and it's only sometimes. It's still wrong though. There's no justification for it. It's still a sin. But I'm not like the other people who have an ideology of being greedy. They're pouring their life just to become greedy. I'm not that kind of person. And so, like I said, it's normal for us to be greedy, or it's natural. It's natural for people to take or want other stuff that is not theirs, and it's also the cause of having envy. But as I say, it's natural to be sometimes greedy. So it's still wrong though. So now the question is, how do we stop it? Well, actually, it's not stoppable, or we can't stop it because, like I said, it's natural. But we can avoid it. So there's a lots of ways that how can we avoid being greedy. But for me, the best thing we could do is being self-conscious, or having a conscious mind, not only on your mind but on your emotions. Because you see, if we can do this every day, it would probably no one greedy at all, or because you're conscious of your emotions, you're self-aware. But it would be easy, but the thing is, how about if you do it intentional? So now comes to the second option, or you could actually do both. It's better that way, but the second option is controlling it. Okay, like I said, you cannot stop it, but you could control it. So how can we control it? Yeah, okay. It includes also self-aware, but come how imagine being on a table and eating with someone, or let's say you have a sibling and you're sharing food. Then you're about to take all of the food, or that means you're being greedy. But before you do that, think of your little sibling or older. Um, yeah, if you do that thing, you know she would be mad. She would be mad. So, but if that's not stopping you, like, okay, she's mad. I don't care. No, don't think of it that way. Think of it as, imagine putting yourself on her shoes, or on his shoes. So if I am the one who has a food being taken away from me that's meant to be shared, I would also get angry. So you need to care for others too. And, one of the other things is being contented too. Because sometimes, like I said, it's natural for people to want things that they don't have. So try to be optimistic, or like I said, contented. Because if you're contented, you would want more, or you would appreciate more the things that you have. You would still want more, but you can appreciate the things you have. So you're not obsessing over it. You just wish to have it. So in conclusion, I'm just saying that greed is a bad thing. It's a sin. It can also cause even worse things, but it's all part of life. Sinning is part of life. We can't stop it, but we can control it.